Last night at dinner, I didn't order until I saw someone else order.
Traveling, it's not like the same as living.
Much more focus on free time and your own development.
Cultural shock is that you throw toilet paper in the bin and not in the toilet.
Was there anything that surprised you about Korean culture, bad way or, inconvenience?
I was surprised that not a lot of people speak English. You come and everything is written in Korean. And so I was a little caught off guard by that, but it's pretty cool. It's just different.
Could foreigners traveling in Korea without Korean, learning Korean?
Yeah, I don't know Korean. I know 2 words, hello and thank you.
Yeah, okay.
If you have a translator app, if things get really confusing. But I rode the subway last night for the first time and it was fine.
I have the feeling that South Korean people are really, really shy. I didn't speak a lot with Korean people, and also that they don't speak a lot English, I have the feeling. So I had a lot of interaction with foreign people like Bosnia English people, but not a lot with Korean, except you.
How about Korean traveling without Korean, learning Korean?
Today it's pretty easy because of internet, AI. So there is a lot of app to translate. It's not very difficult, but to talk with people, it's always a bit difficult. So I had to mix a bit of Korean with English.
I was online at Azar. It's like a meeting platform. They harass me with racist things like monkey and all the stuff. Yeah, that was the bad thing got me here. Yeah.
Not really. As far as of now, everybody has been friendly. You don't always, maybe in some stores, get a hello or a goodbye, but that's the only thing maybe.
Compared to Belgium and Korea,
Belgians are more shy, so they will not also speak not often, but they will greet you. They will say hello if you come into a store or something, or goodbye. I have the feeling that it's maybe less here, but I think Korea doesn't go that far from Western way of living or saying hello or that kind of stuff.
Probably the behavior you have, your country or your people have with the elder people, really a lot of respect for them. An example, now we were in subway, we were seated and we must stand up. This is like in Italy it doesn't work like that. I don't know, it's different. I mean, if I'm seated, I'm seated. I'm not like if you are older than me, I have to stand up. And this is a good thing, but a really different thing than Italian culture.
have you had culture shock in Korea?
Yeah, I don't know if I can say that, but for me a cultural shock is that you throw toilet paper in the bin and not in the toilet.
That is not common in Italy, right?
No, totally uncommon. And also it's not common in Italy, the iced Americano with freezing wet.
How do you feel about the public transportation in Korea?
It's I just came from Japan, so it's a little unfair. Tokyo and Kyoto, their public transportation was excellent. It was really, really on time and clean, and
Yeah, right.
I didn't have any problems yesterday. It was just, the train was delayed and it's maybe a little bit harder to find the track, but it's really honestly on me. I'm sure if you traveled more frequently on the metro here, it'd be really easy. It was very, there's always a metro station somewhere near here.
No, the bus network is really important, but the subway, it's a bit small in comparison. Paris, there aren't a lot of buses, but there are a lot of subway, but it's not comparable because Paris, it's a lot smaller than Seoul. Seoul is 8 times bigger than Paris, so. But honestly, the bus network is really big, and it's really, really cool.
Is there any difference between France etiquette and Korean etiquette?
Yes, there is a lot of difference. Paris subway, it's a bit like a jungle. It's a lot noisy in French subway because it's old trains. But they are trying to putting some new trains in Paris. But the Seoul subway is way better. And of course, the bus it's also better in South Korea. Paris, the buses are very not clean at all. For this public transportation, Seoul is way better than Paris.
It's really great because I come from Germany. We have Deutsche Bahn there. There are a lot of delays over there. Also, not just delays, there are a lot of cancellations of the train. And it's different here. They are all like on time, no delay. Yes, it was surprising for me.
I have not yet taken the public transportation here. I still have to do it. So I don't know how it is yet.
Like no subway
No,
or
I haven't taken a subway yet. Maybe later, but I haven't taken it yet for our vacation.
How did you come here?
We came with a taxi, so we arrived in at the airport and we came by taxi.
How about taxi?
The taxi was
Yeah.
good. It was quiet. It was a really nice taxi. The driver didn't say that much or something. Sometimes, in some countries maybe they say more or talk to you, but
Did you ever feel confused or frustrated with Korean social rules or expectations?
No. As a traveler, you always have to be really respectful of what's going on around you. So I observe a whole lot. Last night at dinner, I didn't order until I saw someone else order. And then I only did what they did all night, so you have to be respectful. But I would say there's probably less pressure here in Korea than what I've experienced even in Japan. In Japan, there's a lot more social pressure to conform and to be orderly. Here, it's a little bit more relaxed, a lot more people having fun and laughing, people are very friendly.
In Korea, I think I learned a lot about Japanese culture, and in comparison, Japanese culture is like way more difficult.
Yeah, right.
And in comparison, Korean culture it's like way much easier. It's I have not the feeling that I am doing always something's wrong. No, it's the people and the culture are much more simple, and you can assimilate more simple in your life.
The people here in Korea, they have a really good style, like with the clothes and all the thing. We are not good looking compared to the Koreans.
totally look good.
Yeah, thank you. 감사합니다. But yeah, that's the only thing that's coming to my mind right now.
So, if you had a chance, do you want to live in Korea?
Oh, I don't know. I've only been here for 2 days. I don't know enough about the neighborhoods of Korea to know if I could live here or not. But so far, the food has been incredible. The people have been very nice. And the weather's been awesome. So I don't see why not.
Is there anything that disappointing you during Korean traveling?
Not disappointing, but just surprising.
Okay.
Some of the Uber drivers are not great drivers. They stop and they go. And they stop.
I agree.
But other than that, everything's been great. Everyone's been super nice, and the weather's been great. Everything's very clean. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Honestly, I love the country. It's pretty good. I don't have the feeling that it's very different from Occidental country, Western country like France. So yeah, why not? People are pretty cool, and the culture is nice, and restaurants are really cheap. In Paris, it's costs like 20 euros if you're alone, and here it's 7 euros, and so of course yes.
I think, like you told me some bad things about Korea. Traveling, it's not like the same as living, because when we travel, we saved our money to spend it here, and I think if we live here, it would be different. Also, I don't know how much the salary here is, or like with the rent and all the stuff. I think it would be different, but just for the traveling, I love it here. I love it. Yes.
I think I'm from Belgium and I really like it there. The living, the quality of living is higher. I think maybe because I know that the workload here in Korea is very high. Also studying, all the stress that's, and it's much more than for example in Belgium. Much more focus on free time and your own development. I think it's much harder to do so here because there is so much stress with work and studies and social stress and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.